Hey everybody, welcome back to the fish room. We got a new unboxing from DansFish we're about to get into, and I think I'm gonna cut the lids for the top of all these tanks today. So stay tuned and let me show you what I got. Before we jump into the unboxing, check this out. I had some more angelfish lay some eggs last night. They laid them on the heater that was in the tank. So I pulled that heater out, stuck it in here, and I put a new heater in the tank. So now we got a set of eggs here, a set of eggs here, and then we have a whole nother set of eggs in the 20-gallon long that's already hatched out. You can check out the previous video if you want to look at that. Now, let's get on to this unboxing. We ordered these not too long ago. They just shipped out on Monday, and today's Tuesday. Everything from dansfish.com comes in like a 24-hour period. So let's see what we got. I gotta be a little careful because I got these glass jars on the counter. So we got our heat packs up top, just like last time. Let's check the temp of the heat packs. I know some people are interested in seeing this stuff. It looks like, you know, heat packs are heating them up. 91, 101. Check the temp of the bags. They're like 82, 83. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. So this is a good temp. They're definitely not cold. All right, let's pull these guys out and show you what we got. So we got a good sized Panda Cory. Another Panda Cory. So far so good. Everything's coming in looking good. They're a healthy size. I'm not sure what else is in the bag. It looks like in every bag there's like a, maybe that's like a piece of charcoal or something they put in there. But all the Panda Corys look healthy so far. They're a good size. They're a little bit bigger than I anticipated them being, which is nice. I was afraid they was going to come in a little too small. So the goal with these are to breed these out for the fish room. So this is going to be the first Cory that I attempt to breed. We have a tank all set up today to put all these guys in. So far, they're all coming in alive. They look good. There's a surprise right down here at the end. We got one left. That's probably the smallest little guy right there, and he's still a good size. So hopefully we can grow these guys out in like a 5 or 6 month time period and start the breeding. And then here is a blue phantom pleco. Not very blue right now, but you can kind of see his speckled pattern maybe. He looks to be about 1.5 inches long. All right, super excited about these. We have 9 of them total, so we should have a really good breeding colony. Hopefully there's some boys and girls in there. I'll try to take a look and see if I spot any out. So we're gonna let them all float up top, let the bag water get the same temp as the tank water, and then we'll release them in the tank. Okay, over off camera, I dumped all the water out of the bag, so we just got a pleco in there. Let's get this guy in the water now. They've been in here for about 20 minutes. Check that out, you can see him right on the glass. All right, we got a little Panda Cory going in the water. Now I do have 2 sponge filters in this tank, and they've both been cycled. One's been cycled a little longer than the other. So that one on the right's been in a 15-gallon for about a month now. So it's got a lot of good biological bacteria on it. And then the one on the far left, it's been cycled, but it's still relatively new at about 2 weeks. Here's a little behind the scenes on how I open up all these bags. I just cut them open up top. Try to get most of the water out. You don't really want to add any of this water to your tank if you can avoid it. So he's still got a little bit of room in there to swim. All right, now we'll take him over there and we'll put him in the tank. Now, the only thing I really have left to do is I need to start putting lids on all these tanks. I'm dealing with a lot of evaporation. I bought this blue, let me show you. I bought this blue plastic, this acrylic, and it should be big enough to cut lids for all 13 of these tanks. It's just a matter of setting it up and doing it, getting all the measurements right. So wish me luck. I'm gonna set those things out and we'll get to cutting. All right, super exciting interjection. I took a break from putting these lids on and we were upstairs looking at my wife's 75-gallon and we seen a little baby fry in there and I thought, oh, that must be like a Cory. A Cory's breeding in your tank. No, the more we looked in there, it's the blue Acaras we just got 2 weeks ago. They've already laid eggs. The eggs have already hatched. So we've been upstairs for the last like 40 minutes sucking out baby Acaras with a turkey baster. I got a bunch of them in this cup. I already got a bunch of them in this 20-gallon fry system. Let me show you what they look like. They're super cool. It's been about 4 days since the Acaras were put in here. Check them out. They're definitely putting on some size. They're eating on some magic nano feed right now. I'm gonna put some baby brine shrimp in here later when it's ready. But there's a ton of them in here. You can kind of see they're all over. Here's the striped angels. These guys are doing really good. Check this out. Putting on some weight, getting some size in them. And then look here. This is the striped and koi angel that laid eggs. They've all hatched out. They're doing great. Look how many are in here. I mean, it is a ton. Unfortunately, the yellow angels that I had right here, they hatched out and they all passed. And I think it was because I didn't have water coming into the tank, coming into these little baskets that I made. So as soon as that happened, they passed away within like 12 hours. I had the airline in there already, and I was kind of pouring water in every like 12 hours to kind of push some water out the back of the sponge. Hopefully that wasn't my fault, but just in case it was, I went ahead and set up the rest of the rack. So we hung the light up here now, and we have a pump down here, pumps the water up, goes to a PVC system in the back, and then I can adjust the water flow into each tank. So I can put water in the tanks. It's just kind of circulating all together better. And I also have an airline PVC up there also, as you can see. So I got water and air in each one. I have room for more baskets over here. I went ahead and ordered some smaller ones because I realized, man, these big ones take up a lot of room. Also, we got some more eggs from the Acaras and some more eggs from the striped angels. All right, as you can see here, these are the striped angels. So most of them have already hatched out. I'll probably pull these guys out within the next 12 hours or so. And then right over here, we have another set of the Acaras that they laid on this leaf. We just cut the leaf and threw it in here. Here's the rough plan to cut out these tank lids out of that piece of plastic. I think we've got this figured out. So I'm gonna lay this plastic out and get to cutting. All right guys, check this out. I got one of them done. So I got some holes cut back here. One's for the water inlet, so it just kind of rests on top. This is for the heater, and right in the middle is 2 air lines. And that's because I'm gonna split this tank down the middle with a divider, kind of like what I have in this tank. That way I can have a pair of angels and a pair of angels and get like double the breeding going on. I really liked how this turned out. And then I cut this down the center here and put just a piece of tape on top, so you can open it just like a glass lid. I really like this. I really hope it helps with the evaporation I've been dealing with, where a lot of the water just kind of evaps out of the tank. So I got all of these left to do. I got a lot of them cut already. I got like 3 left there, and I'm gonna cut the rest out of this. But man, that was a long process getting that first one done, trying to get the measurements just right. So now that I know what I'm doing, the rest is gonna fly by. And I'm gonna knock out the rest of these off camera, just because each one of these can be so tedious with exactly where the holes and whatnot have to be cut. I just wanna throw a quick shout out. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for all the likes and the views. Make sure you subscribe if you wanna see more of this content. And if you wanna check out my merch, that's at joshsfishspot.com. That's also where these fish are gonna be listed at in the future. So if you're looking for fish, stay tuned for that. And until next week, peace.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.